Elon Musk claims to be a free speech absolutist, but while no one would doubt the importance of free speech to a liberal society, free speech absolutism is an untenable position in the internet age. All liberal states necessarily put limits on speech without fundamentally compromising their liberal values. The real problem that freedom of speech poses for a liberal democracy today is less the content of speech than the ability of today's large social media platforms to either amplify certain views or to suppress them through takedowns. Toxic but constitutionally protected content can be spread with an unprecedented speed and scale. Back in the 1960s, the U.S. Federal Communications Commission regulated what the three big over-the-air networks could broadcast. They couldn't broadcast hardcore pornography, graphic violence, or messages that would incite violence. The FCC even imposed something called the Fairness Doctrine that required balanced coverage of political news. The U.S. Supreme Court upheld the constitutionality of such regulation in light of the First Amendment. The three big social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and Google, function today much like the three big TV networks used to. Spectrum is no longer scarce, but network economies have led people to gravitate to these platforms, which have become the chief vehicles for political speech. The platforms should be expected to moderate content in the public interest, just like the TV networks did in the old days. No one wants the government to be the regulator of what is politically acceptable speech. But these large for-profit platforms have neither the legitimacy nor the capacity to act as custodians of democratic discourse either. The free speech absolutist Elon Musk has said that freedom of speech does not imply freedom of reach, which is actually right. With few exceptions, platforms should not be taking down offensive speech that is constitutionally protected. Rather, they should restrict its reach by eliminating likes and retweets. Were he to do something like this, Musk would still be moderating content, but just using different standards and tools. So let's see whether he's really serious about doing this. Thank you for listening. If you want to read the blog on which this video was based, please go to the link below at American Purpose and my series, Frankly Fukuyama.